Hello students, welcome back to the EVS class. Today's date is 21st May 2020. So we have been doing the lesson 2, our Earth. So let's begin our discussion and explanation. So as you can see on the screen, there are two pictures here, right? So the first picture says that in ancient time, people believed that the earth was flat. So they have imagined that the earth was flat, and this is how they used to depict the earth. In the second picture, if you can see, in the second picture, if you can see here, here is a picture of the ship, right? Yes. Now, as people already believed that the earth was flat, so they thought while sailing uh, on the sea, or while sailing on the water in the same direction for a long time, they would come to an edge or to an end where they will fall from the edge of the earth. So these are two things or theories people used to believe in the ancient times. The first one is that the earth was flat, and the second is people thought that if they kept sailing in the same direction, they would fall from the edge of the earth. Now let's move towards the next slide. Now here, as you can see, there are two pictures, right? I think you have definitely heard about the name Plato and Aristotle. Yes? Okay. So, on the left side, he is the Plato, and on the right side is the Aristotle. So, these two persons are very famous philosopher of the ancient times. So, Plato, let's start with Plato. So, Plato was a Greek philosopher who believed that the earth was a sphere, but he had no evidence to prove it. Now, when people believed that the earth was flat, Plato was the person. He was a philosopher, or you can say he was a very intelligent person who believed that, who was believing in total opposite theory, that the earth was a sphere. But to prove his theory, he didn't have any evidence, right? So he was unable to prove that the earth was sphere. Now let's come to Aristotle. Now Aristotle was a student of Plato, and he too concluded. So he too summed up that the earth was not flat but had a curved surface. So how is the curved surface? Yes, this is the curved surface of the earth. This, right? So both of them believed that the earth was not flat, and one believed that the earth was sphere and the another believed that the earth had curved surface. Now in this picture you can see a man standing, right, and he is Ferdinand Magellan. Now this person, he belonged to the 16th century, okay, and this person belonged to the 16th century, and in 16th century what he did was, Ferdinand along with his team, they began sailing west from Spain for a long time. Now earlier people used to believe that, even they belong to that century where people used to believe that if they sail towards one direction for a long time, what will happen? Yes, they will fall from the edge of the earth. But now this was going to prove Magellan that the earth was not flat. How? When Ferdinand along with his team began sailing west from Spain for a long time and came back to where they had started. Now people was imagining, right? And this is what happened when he was sailing west from Spain for a long time, and he thought that he will fall from the edge, but that definitely doesn't happen. But he came back to the place where he had already started. So this proved them that the earth was not flat and it was not possible to fall off the edge of the earth. So this is how Ferdinand and his team proved that the earth was not flat. Now let's come to this part of your book. Okay, so here It is when the earth axis passes through its center and connects the top of the earth to its bottom. Now, which is the axis here? If you can see, yes, we already know that the axis, right? The axis, I have already given you the picture in the earlier classes. Yes, so here, if you can see on the picture here, the earth axis, this passes from top to bottom, right? Yes, this is called and it passes across the earth and connects the top to bottom. So this is the earth axis, the diameter from the top to bottom. So you already know the shape of the circle and we used to take out the diameter, right? So this is the axis, is the diameter of from the top to bottom. Now this diameter of the earth from top to bottom is about 12,713 kilometer. The diameter across the earth, which one will be the across the earth? Yes, this one will be the across the earth. So the diameter across the earth is about 12,756 kilometer. So these are the two important numbers that you have to remember it. The diameter of the earth from top to bottom is 12,713 kilometer, and the diameter across the earth, this is the across the earth here. So this diameter is 12,756 kilometer. Hence, the diameter from the top to the bottom is shorter than the diameter across the earth. This shows that the earth is an oblate sphere. Now, this proves that the earth is an oblate sphere because the diameter, the top to bottom diameter is less than the diameter across the earth. Did you get it? Yes. Please go through it once and read the lesson once. Okay. So now come to the next one, train my brain. So number one is, what are the two main movements of planets? So we have already discussed this one in our previous class. So you are going to do these two questions on your copy. The question number 2 is, whose journey around the world was the evidence that the earth is a sphere? So we have already discussed the questions. Please write it in your copies. Now let's move towards the next one, that is the proof that the earth is an oblate sphere. Now how we are going to prove it, or how the ones know who are assuming that the earth is an oblate sphere, how we are going to, or how they are going to prove it? Is there any ways to prove it? Let's read it out. Okay. So there are other ways to prove that the earth is an oblate sphere. The position from where we look at the horizon affects how we see it. The curve of the horizon can be seen from high above the surface of the earth. The following methods can be used to see this. So we have already learned about the horizon, right? The line that touches the sky and the water is the horizon. Yes, that position is also a proof that the earth is an oblate sphere. Now if you can see, let's start the first one, that is from the earth surface. We can use binoculars to observe ships that appear to sink below the horizon. As they sail away from us, they go across the curve of the earth's surface. As you can see here, there is this ship, right? Yes. Now as they move towards the across the sea, right, what happens? If you are noticing it, even if you it is very common with the sea and oceans, when the ship is sailing and as it is moving away from us, so what do we see? That the ship at one point of time, what happens? The ship becomes invisible at the horizon, right? And we think that it has sank, right? It has sank into the deep water. Yes, but definitely not. That doesn't happen because the ship has been to the other part, and this proved that the earth is a sphere, because as it is a curve, as it is curved, so we are able to see only up to this part, and the another part it's not visible to us. That's why it seems to us like that the ship has been sank into the water. Okay, so this is one of the proof that the earth is not an earth is not a flat in shape but an oblate sphere. The next is from a great height. Now the International Space Station, that is ISS, remember it. The International Space Station ISS orbits the Earth at a distance of about 400 kilometers. Now these are the satellites they use to orbit around our Earth, right? And this is the International Space Station from where most of the things or most of the universal things are carried out. Now, what is the distance of this space station? It is about 400 kilometers from the 400 kilometers at a distance from the Earth. Now, from this distance, the curve of the Earth can be seen. Now, if you notice on the photo here, there is a picture given, right? Earth as seen from the near International Space Station. Now, this is a space station. Got it? Here is the space station, and the one who is taking the picture also, that is also a kind of space station. And if you can see here, this is a picture of the Earth, and what do you observe? This is an oblate sphere, or you can say it's a circle, right? It is a curve, correct? So that means what? It is a proof that the Earth is an oblate sphere. The next is from the space. Now an astronaut can see the complete shape of the Earth from the moon or from space. This is because the moon is at an average distance of how many? 3,84,400 kilometers away from the Earth. So this is the distance of the moon, okay, from the Earth. So you have to remember these numerical numbers. Now as the astronauts, they are already away from the Earth. They are already at the moon or into the space, right? Now when they are there, they can obviously, it is visible that the Earth is round, or you can say an oblate sphere. From the space, they can see the whole Earth, right? So these are few of the theories, or you can say the three ways the people have been able to prove that the Earth is an oblate sphere. So here ends this chapter, the first half of the second lesson. I hope you have understood it. Please read out the lesson thoroughly and try to understand the sentences and the theories that have been mentioned in your book. So I will be wrapping it up here. Stay safe and have a